Hey everyone, I'm Jamera. I guess I should introduce myself because I've been inconsistent on my channel. But yes, I'm Jamera. I live in Philadelphia. I love traveling, and I have this YouTube channel as a way to express myself and to be more comfortable with the camera, and also just as a means to have a place that's for myself on the internet. I mean, I already have a blog and social media, but something about YouTube I've always loved, and I still do love, about the community that it brings together, and just seeing other people from around the world live their lives. That's really interesting to me. So yeah, I'm on YouTube and I love it. I love watching content. I love watching a lot of content, and I enjoy creating content when I have the time, even if it's just a little get ready with me chit chat thing, because I always find that it's nice to get ready with someone else who's also getting ready. So it's sort of like your internet friends and you're watching them, and then I do that a lot, and it's good to have in the background. You don't often even need to have to be sitting straight down when someone's doing a get ready with me. It's just really more so about the conversation. So in this video, I am going to do my makeup. I'm not a makeup guru. I am just someone who appreciates enhancing my natural beauty and trying new things in terms of products, not so much trying new things in terms of creative styles, just because I'm someone I like the natural look, and I don't really do beat faces or anything like that. I just go straight in with a natural look with my mascara, trying different products that are in the same so it's like I always use mascara, right? I always use eyebrow pencil, so just trying different brands of eyebrow pencils, so it's a bit dull. But today I wanted to talk about loneliness and experiencing loneliness, specifically in your 20s, but I understand that being lonely can happen across all ages, any demographic really can experience loneliness. And that's the reality of the sitch. I'm too lazy to go to the bathroom to fill up my sponge, wet my sponge, so I just have my water bottle here that I'll just spray. I feel it's a bit lazy, but gotta get in where you fit in. So I've already used the Fenty Beauty primer, and I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier's translucent medium deep setting powder, just to gather this oiliness. Like I said, I'm an introvert, and for a long time, I think when I was growing up, I was very extroverted, my sister would say, because I would always be the one going to people and having conversations, and always be up for like chit chat. Not anymore, that's not the case. But now I am way more reserved. Life has happened to me. I know how to do alone very well. I know how to do aloneness very well, and I feel like once I get into my groove of things, I turn on my favorite stuff. If I'm reading a really great book, I just go all in, and you can find me in my room giggling away, laughing it up at whatever it is that I'm doing to entertain myself. I'm completely fine with being alone, and it makes me very happy. And so what you have to know is that being alone and being lonely are two different things. And I don't think there should be any shame in someone saying, oh, you know, I'm experiencing some loneliness. I really like, I'm fine with being alone, but there are times where I'm, you know, wanting to have that conversation, wanting to connect with people and go out and make new friends and create memories with others, but you, sometimes you don't have the, you know, circumstances pan out where you don't have those sort of people that you can call on to be like, hey, I'm interested in doing this. What's your availability? Or can you come? Because I have friends who live away, and most of, you know, I'm in Philadelphia doing my thing, and I like Philadelphia. I enjoy being in the city. I enjoy um, making things work on my own, but my friends are in New York or in DC or Texas. So those are my college friends, and my New York friends, because I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. They're in New York. And it's totally fine to just pop in and do some traveling, but adulting, once you get out of college, it gets very real. And if you haven't gone to college, then you already probably know how real it gets, how real it is. Once you get into that role of like, oh, I'm gonna have a job, I have all these responsibilities, then it's you fall into that cycle of adulting, and there is no sort of, you just have to be extra. I don't want to say there is no coming back from that, but you just have to be extra mindful about the relationships that you have and how you will prioritize them into your new life. And I think that's where a lot of people in my generation struggle, me myself included, because like, if I'm spending, I don't know, however long, 40 hours a week working, a lot of millennials now have part-time jobs doing what they actually love to do, hence the YouTube. You gotta watch out for them work environments. So when those people make friends, and I guess I pretty much gathered all my oil, and I really can't see because I'm blind. So graduate college, you finish your school, you move on to like your 20s, early 20s, and you see how difficult it is to make friends. And they're not lying. A lot of people, once they set into those, I think once you set into those college years, after you've already maintained your high school friend group, you good for life, right? Unless you stumble upon new dope people that you like, but pretty much no. I don't think a lot of people, and I don't know, I can't speak for a lot of people, but I don't think a lot of people are that pressed if they have good friend groups from college and high school. Ain't that pressed to make new friends? Especially, remember that whole Drake "no new friends" line? People took that seriously. So my whole thing is, I think if you're experiencing loneliness like myself, and it's a new experience for you, and it's a new emotion for you to be sort of desiring to have people around, but not exactly knowing where to turn or who to talk to about it. I'll always be someone who says utilize meetups, but I will also say use your friends, especially if you have like a good group of friends who are top of their stuff, or if you have siblings, older siblings, even younger siblings who have their own friend groups, and maybe you can be like, oh hey, my sister or my friend is new to the city, and just be like, ask them to connect you. Because another thing is, like, you're not gonna know, and I hate rejection, but you're not going to know what things work and how things go unless you just go for it. And that's just putting yourself out there, and putting myself out there is just, it's very scary. It's very scary. You get the mouth sweats, you get the knee bucking, and it's the worst, but you have to do it. You have to just, you know, figure out the best way to navigate spaces, figure out, read books, you know, so that you have things to talk about, and you know things, you have something that you're passionate about, and people are interested in that, especially also if you talk to people or talk about them and ask about them. People love to talk about themselves, apparently. So I think you can do that. Another thing, if you're battling loneliness, go out. I would say go out, take a walk, just get out of the house see what's around you, talk to people, which is, again, like we said, falls in line, we all know it's difficult. Talk to people. Journaling is therapeutic, and it also allows you to, you're spilling your guts out privately, which is good. Means you're not doing it on social media. You're spilling your guts out on this paper, and you're having that moment to sort of reflect on things and everything, and use that time to learn about yourself, and to learn about how you interact with others. I definitely think that journaling is, even though, taking a pen to paper is probably seen as old school, and to some extent it is, you still have that motion of writing things down, can be replicated. And it's absolutely helpful. It does not compare to typing things out. So I definitely say, get a journal, spill your guts out to it, and just thrive. I mean, it's not going to be that easy. You'll probably have to dig deep, and there'll probably be days that you don't. I look a little bit silly. There'll probably be days that you don't really feel in the mood to do it, and that's real. But take those times, especially when you're feeling the most, when you're experiencing the most difficult emotions, the more difficult emotions, and just write through it. There are other books, though, that do have writing prompts. So if you're not in the mood to just talk about yourself, talk about your experience, maybe there are prompts that can that can encourage you to write, and then maybe you'll find out you're like Nobel Peace Prize like levels of a dope writer, and there you go. Then you can sort of like thank me, and when you win your awards. Win-win. Alright, so let's check back in with makeup. I have used the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in 340. Sometimes I think it's dark, but sometimes I think it's not. Before I even put on that Laura Mercier setting powder, I put on this Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder, Brow Wiz in dark brown. The other day the top came off, so it's looking a bit raggedy. But then I also went in with like this MAC spiked brow pencil, which I'm just about finishing up. You gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Let that be, that's like a black gospel proverb, honestly. And can't really be mad at it. The thing about the setting powder, I'm legit like a newbie to the setting powder. I use this sponge for pretty much everything, and I don't know if I'm supposed to just let that sit there or like blot it down, like let it sit for like a few minutes and then wipe it away, or just keep blotting as soon as I apply it. I'm new to this, but I love how it looks. It's like such a great finish. It's like no oil, snatch face. I don't contour. What are your experiences with Lily? I feel like that's an invasive question. I feel like that's an invasive question, but I think that people should have more honest discussions about loneliness and about what they do, what their favorite thing to do is, and how do you make friends? How do you make friends in 2018? Influencer field. If you're in the influencer field and you want to make genuine connections with people and not just have it be, oh, I'm only connecting with you in order to collaborate on this project, I want to know, what is that experience like? And then if you're working in an office, or if you're in a school, if you're in school, what is that? What is your approach to making friends? You just like, oh, I like your this, I like your that, let's be friends. I think also another thing with me is I'm not, it's weird, I'm not interested in any sort of superficial, fake, we're doing it for the gram, friendships. I just don't have the time. Like I already mentioned how difficult it is out here. So for me to sit here and socialize with you just for the optics, that's not okay. That's not gonna happen. Not for me, tits. So my time is valuable, it's worth something, and when we spend it together, it's gonna have to mean something. I said I'm not used to talking to the camera, that I have to get used to it, but I'm on a roll. I am using this mascara from Japan called Heroin Make. This is the stuff. This is the juice. It's so good. Normally I used to hate mascara because it would cause my eyelashes to feel super heavy. End of the day, I would just rub my eyes out or I would just be picking at them because it was clumpy, my eyes were feeling super heavy, and it was just not okay. And then, so I didn't wear mascara for years. And then when I was in Japan, I tried this mascara, and oh my goodness. Not only is it super light, but it gives you really good curl, really good results. This brush that I use is a staple. Don't ask me how long I've had it for. I think I should have replaced it by now. But before, like, it doesn't do anything. Bad to your skin, I guess. It just takes me a while to get through it. So this is a MAC, and it's called Raisin. I love this blush. I use the Fenty Beauty Cinnamon highlighter. You just gotta give me the Bernie Mac pass. Yeah, so I got this. I did a little bit of my nose, which I never do. Ooh. You know, it's a no work day today. So I am going to use this Jackie Aina LeBronze and just dab them right in the good spots. Jackie Aina thing can legit it's gonna last me for around 5-10 years, honestly. There's just so much and I use so little, and I don't use it often because it is sort of outrageous. But if you have multiple packs of that highlighter, you're good for like 20 to 30 years at least. Since we're playing in makeup today, I thought, why not play in here too? So I got this. This is my first wig ever. I got this wig. I'm still, don't come for me. I'm just